Hi, this is Marlene with Dixie Quilters. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today I'm doing a progress report. As you can see from behind me, my goodness, I've got a clutter of stuff. Oh well, we're gonna work on, I want to redo this Chatham blocks. I didn't like it. I just don't like that yellow. I tried it with a different yellow and I remade it with this yellow. I don't like either one of them. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna use next, but I'm gonna take it off. And then maybe something as bold as that. I don't know. I want flowers, but I don't think I have anything flowery that I would use yet. So today I'm taking this apart, just unstitching it from the back. You can see I'm just ripping it apart. But you know, I didn't use temporary glue. I used permanent glue. So some of these are coming off a little bit torn up. Like the back of those are pretty ratty, but I don't know. I think if I iron them down, no, I probably will replace them. But I'm happy to do it because I'm so happy with all the other pieces that I'm working on that I want to be exceptionally thrilled with this one, and I'm not. So we're going to redo that, and instead of using the fabric that I have here as a backing, I'm going to use this fabric. And in fact, I'm using that fabric on the back of the 4 corner blocks that are size 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch. Let's see, those are not been turned out. I've got them all in bags ready to go. The 4 little flowers and then the brown circle in the middle. So I'll show you the fabrics I'm using for those. I'm going to put a flower on each petal, and there's 4 petals per flower and 4 corners of the block, and these are the petals. And then I've decided to use this as the brown, so it's sort of a purpley brown. I like it. And then for the final 2 blocks, let me tell you the name of those guys. They are called the Oxford blocks. They're only 5.5 inch, and all the previous blocks have been 8.5 inch finished. So the 2 that I have cut out, ready to go, are Southampton. And I'm using a combination of the peach well, yes, this other one is peach with yellow. And there is a touch of peach. There's a touch of yellow in the peach fabric. And so I made sure to use that section of it. And then it has some yellow blocks. And then the big circles are going to be some more of that peach so that it all coordinates. And then the second Southampton is going to be the pink peach polka dots are going to be the small circles. And the big circles are going to be this blue fabric. And I'm sort of focusing on, for the big flower in the middle is going to be peach colored. And all the little circles that go around are going to be the blue. So I'm sort of picking what parts of this I want to have that goes with it. So those are the 2 Southampton blocks, and they are cut out and sewn together with its interfacing and ready to cut the back and turn them and then get them ready to lay out. Now I have found that even doing 3 or 4 yards of this 1/4 inch, I'm gonna have to make some more of that, because I don't have enough to do Southampton. And then I'm going to redo Chatham. Now after, here's our Chatham. You saw that? No, that's not Chatham. That's Oxford. These are the 5.5 inch Oxfords. Chatham is the original big block. And then what comes next is these borders with all the applique leaves. And you need to have 72 leaves. That's going to take a lot of hand sewing. I know one of the other ladies that was working on this, what's her name? Willow? No, Nana's Journey. She, at that point, decided to use a different method to get them onto the fabric. I think she used machine, but I'm not sure. If I remember, I have to go back. And then I'm also going to use this fabric for the underneath of the leaves. So I'm incorporating parts and pieces of this script fabric in. And so that's what I'm working on. And then, along with is to make 4 sections of this checkerboard. And then we're going to decide on what fabric to use for those end blocks. Because I don't have that. I don't want to use the particular one they have identified. And I originally thought I'd use the blue floral, and we'll see. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll use the big white flowers in it. See, we haven't used those big white flowers for anything. Maybe that'd be good in those 4 corner blocks. Yeah, hey, maybe that would do it, So that's where we're at with the Jane Austen. And we're making some progress. We're making good progress, actually. And just to remind you, that was pretty bold and ugly looking in my book. So we're going to change out those yellow fans. Not sure what. And I think I will keep this combination all intact as well as the flowers. So the flowers look great. We'll see. I'll let you know what I come up with. I'll be sure to post what we came up with, what I decided to do. So that's our progress on Jane Austen 250. And we're just chugging away. And I'm only 1 month behind what Riley Blake is putting out on their videos talking about. I think she was talking about, most recent video was the little Oxfords. So we're only 1 month away because I still have to do the Southamptons. But there's only 2 of those. So we're going to be 6 blocks away from being up to snuff with Riley Blake and their education every month, where we're doing it as a block of the month. So any questions on that? How are you doing? Tell me in the comments, who is working on this? I know, with Awkward Quilter, she finished hers, and I love that. I loved looking at your finished one. And I think I want to say Willow something and Nana's Journey is both ones that I've been following on YouTube who have either worked on it or are doing it. And then Rachel Q Stitches, I know she bought the kit. And I'm encouraging you, Rachel, to get going on there. I know you mentioned it in one of your last videos that you had heard my encouragement. Let's get going. Oh boy, we can have these projects on the cupboard for an indefinite amount of time if we don't get going on them. And I've got probably 15 flimsies either hanging in the curtains, in the windows, or in my closet, folded up. All of the Sew Sampler projects, I had I think I've got 12 of them, although I've given away at least 2 as baby quilts. I just finished the last one, ready to go as a baby quilt, and I have 2 more twin ones are still in progress. I haven't taken them next door to my new friend Gail to work on the long arm over there. She's teaching me how to do edge to edge. And I moved the head right in the middle of doing something. And so she had to reprogram the whole thing. And then I think we did it again. I might not have been the one in trouble the second time. But it took forever to get just that little baby quilt done. But I think the next time would take maybe an hour and a half, because it works really quickly when you're just doing, she sets up all the thinking part on the Pro Stitcher. And then all you got to do is snip the threads and position it, and then say go, and it goes. And then you snip the threads and reposition it, and then say go, and it goes again. So it's working. Okay, so I hope you saw my video on my blanket wrap that I made out of a blank. Oh, my daughter found it at Goodwill. It's threadbare. It's missing fabrics in many spots. It looks like it was hand done in some places and machine done in others. And she wanted a skirt made out of it. So I made this one as a prototype and she didn't like it. So then I made a different one. Because see, I made it as a wrap and put elastic in the back of the band so that it would fit your bottom, you know. But she wanted it more elastic around the whole thing with a flatter section in front. So we did that. So now she has her finished one too. Okay, so that's all for today on I did the repurposing a quilt. This is going to be titled Update for Jane Austen and Riley Blake. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.